What's up, fam? This is your boy El Jefe, and I am here to talk to you about some earbuds that you guys have been DMing me about and commenting about ever since my boy GameSki dropped his video. So we're here to talk about the Lypertek Tevi True Wireless Earbuds. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I am going to be comparing these to the One More Stylish and to the Sabbat E12 Ultras. So don't be leaving early. Make sure you watch the whole video so you can see exactly whether or not these are the ones that you should pick up. Now, if you're interested in picking these up for yourself, I'll be leaving links down in the description box down below, so make sure you check that out if you are interested. And as an Amazon associate, I do earn revenue on qualifying purchases, so just throwing that out there. Now, before we go any further and for full disclosure, Lypertek did reach out to me. They sent these over for my honest opinion and review. And maybe this is your first time here, maybe you're not familiar with the way that I do things. Whether I go out and buy a product myself, or if a company sends it over to me for review, I'm always going to keep it 100% real with you and let you know whether or not they're worth your hard-earned money. So with that said, this video is going to be a little bit longer because we're going to really get into some details. Plus, we're going to do the comparison to the other earbuds. So make sure you grab a drink, maybe get your popcorn ready, whatever it takes. And yeah, let's jump right in. So first, let's talk about the cons. So as far as these earbuds go, the only thing I can really knock them for is going to be the fact that they only have a single mic on the left earbud. Now, mind you, I'm being very nitpicky here, more on that in a bit, but they only have the one microphone, which means basically that if you want to make phone calls, you have to use the left earbud. You can't use the right one in mono mode and then try to make a phone call because there's no microphone. So it sort of won't work. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. But let's go ahead and let's talk about the phone call quality on these since we've already been talking about that as it is. So they do feature stereo calling, which is great. And by that, I mean that when you take a phone call, you can hear the person talking to you through both of your ears. That's a nice touch. That's something a lot of earbuds, at least the older ones, didn't have. So it's nice to see that that's become a standard feature in a lot of earbuds nowadays. Secondly, they do feature CVC 8.0. So that is clear voice capture. That's part of the Qualcomm chip, and it gives them great microphone quality when making phone calls. It also gives you a decent amount of echo cancellation and a pretty good amount of noise cancellation in the background. So as far as your phone calls go, everything ends up being pretty clear overall. But let me play a sample of the phone call quality for you. You let me know what you think. So here we have the indoor call quality test for the Lypertek Tevi True Wireless Earbuds. Now these are using the CVC 8.0 clear voice capture, so my voice is coming through nice and clear. But as always, you let me know what you think of the microphones down in the comment section. Alright, so here we have the outdoor call quality test for the Lypertek Tevi True Wireless Earbuds. Not very breezy tonight. It's actually been pretty hot out here lately. A little bit of traffic going by. But as always, you let me know what you think of the outdoor call quality down in the comment section. So, as I said before, I think the call quality on these is actually excellent, probably one of the better ones out there. Unfortunately, like I said before, there's only one hindrance, and that's the fact that there's only one mic on the left earbud. So that's kind of the one bummer about it, but as far as making phone calls go and taking phone calls, pretty solid in my opinion. Probably one of the best out there, easily top 5. Now, next up, let's talk about the connectivity. So these are running Bluetooth 5.0, so you've got great connectivity across all devices. Now, whether you're going to connect it to an Android or an iPhone device, not going to be a problem. I've tested this on not only the iPhone 11 running iOS 13.1, but also on my Google Pixel 3a XL running Android 10, and my Galaxy S10 Plus running Android 9. So as far as connectivity goes, not an issue. And they also feature auto pairing after your first initial pairing. So what I mean by that is, so basically once, when you first get them in, you do the initial pairing to your device. After that, anytime when you go to pull them out of the case, they will automatically pair to your phone or whatever device you have them hooked up to, so long as you have that Bluetooth activated on your phone. And they're also using aptX and AAC as the codecs. They also have SBC and some of the other ones as well, but those are the two main ones that people are concerned with. So as far as the connection goes, no issues there. As far as latency goes, when you're watching videos, YouTube, Hulu, and things like that, on Android devices, there is no lag or latency whatsoever. The only latency I experienced was on the iPhone 11. So only on the YouTube app on iOS do I ever experience just a tiny little bit of latency there on iPhone. So when I'm watching like Hulu, Amazon Amazon, Netflix on my iPhone, there's no latency. Only the YouTube app has a little tiny bit of latency. Not sure what's going on there. It's been going on like this for years. Not sure why. It happens with every single headphone that I test, but I figured I would mention it here for all my iOS users. But beyond that, no latency as far as that goes. Now, before you start asking me if these are good for gaming, because there's always a bunch of people asking me, are these earbuds good for gaming? Listen, man, I have yet to find any earbuds that don't have any latency on gaming. So if you're worried about latency, if you're going to be playing PUBG or anything like that, then you may want to just go ahead and stick to the wired ones for now. And then speaking of the connectivity, they also do feature TWS Plus, which is true wireless stereo plus. So you can actually use either earbud as you want to. It is true mono mode. It is on deck. So let's put it like this, hypothetical. So you've got both earbuds in and you want to just use one at a time. You can drop the other one back in the case, let it charge. The other one is going to continue rocking out. If you then want to switch them, go ahead and pull the other one out. You'll hear them both connect. They'll both be playing. You pull the other one out, stick that in the case. It'll pause for maybe 1 to 3 seconds, and then you push play again, and it'll be playing through the other ear. So as far as that true mono mode goes, it is on deck. I like how it works. It works very, very well. I was very surprised with it. And yeah, so far so good. I'm actually enjoying that. Next up, one of the other features that a lot of people do care about is they are IPX7 rated. So that is an awesome rating. You can shower with these on, you can totally get them wet. Now, I don't know if you want to go swimming in them. I mean, some people might want to do that, but they are fully waterproof and sweatproof as far as I can tell. That is a very high level of water resistance. Not many earbuds are actually using IPX7. You'll find a lot of IPX5, a lot of IPX6. So a full IPX7 rating, on deck. Now that is only for the earbuds, not for the case. I had a video a while back where somebody was asking me if the case was also IP rated. It's not. It's just the earbuds. And then as far as controls go, these do not have touch control. But the reason that I'm not putting this down as a con is because the button control is actually a very light press. So, I mean, you can still do the pinch technique where you pinch it so you can press the button, but it's a light press. It isn't like what you find on some of the other earbuds out there with button control. It's actually very light and very easy to use. It does give you play pause. You also have full volume control. So it's volume up on one, double click, volume down on the other by double clicking. You get full track control, access to your smart assistant. So all of your controls are on the earbuds themselves. You don't have to pull your phone out to do anything. So I'm really feeling that. And also, you know, single click to answer phone calls, things like that. So full controls are available. So the fact that it's a light press and the fact that all the controls are there is why I don't mind this being a button control. So far, my experience with them has been pretty good. And then just a minute ago, I had mentioned the case. So the case itself, as far as charging goes, now there isn't any wireless charging. I'm not really going to sweat it, but they are USB Type-C, which is very nice, especially when you consider the fact that pretty much 9 out of 10 of the earbuds on the market right now are still running micro USB. It's very nice to see that they have stepped forward and gone with the USB-C, which means that I don't have to carry a separate cable for these if I want to charge them up. But speaking of charge, so this case is packing 6 full charges for these earbuds. So what they're claiming is a 70-hour playback. Not bad. I do like that. As far as my testing goes, I actually managed to get 6 hours and 26 minutes of playback out of these earbuds, and that's at 80% volume. Now they claim 10 hours worth of playback, and they were running them at 50% volume on the SBC codec. So there's obviously some variance there. I got 6 hours, 26 minutes running them at 80% with the aptX codec. So there could be something different there, but that is what I got in my experience and in my testing. So 6 hours though, 6.5 hours. That's still excellent playback time for a set of earbuds. If you're one of those people that likes to run one earbud for half a day and then swap it out for the other earbud, they've got you covered. So yeah, 6 hours, 6.5 hours worth of playback, solid. And not only that, these also feature that quick charging. So if you happen to run them all the way down and you want to get them back, up and running, throw these in the case for 15 minutes and that's going to give you 2 hours worth of playback time. That is freaking legit. And also to fully recharge the earbuds, you can drop them back in the case, say they're fully dead. When I did my test on them from fully dead to fully recharged, I think I didn't write down the exact number, but it was right around 50 to 55 minutes for the full recharge. That's pretty freaking good if you ask me, especially when you consider the 6.5 hour playback time. Not bad. So now, now that all that's out of the way, let's get into the meat and potatoes here, and let's talk about the volume and the sound quality. So first, the volume. These get very loud. Now, they're not as loud as, say, your Sabbat Ultra or even the Tiamat Titan. Those two are probably some of the loudest true wireless earbuds you're going to find on the market. So they're not quite that loud, but they're more than loud enough to damage your hearing. So for me, comfortable listening on these is right around 60 to 75% volume, maybe 80 if I'm really trying to get things pumped up, but no more than 80%. So if you want to watch video, listen to audiobooks, or anything that might have some low dialogue, there's plenty of volume headroom to work with. So if things get quiet, you can pump it up and you can hear whatever's going on. So as far as volume goes, that is definitely not a concern with these earbuds. As far as the sound quality itself, it is very bright, very clear, and highly detailed. I was pleasantly shocked when I first put these in my ears and started listening to my headphone test playlist. Now, if you're interested in my headphone test playlist, there's going to be links to Tidal right down in the description box down below. And if you never tried Tidal before, it is a premier streaming service for music, and they have some of the highest quality tracks with a bunch of albums in master quality. So if you're interested in checking that out, hit the link down below. They'll give you a 30-day free trial. And by clicking that link, it is an affiliate link, so you are helping to support the channel. And I appreciate it. But with that said, when I was testing these earbuds with that playlist, good Lord, some of the music that I listen to, right? Some of the songs in that playlist, I've got a lot of different stuff in there. There's hip hop, there's rap, there is a ton of rock, there's classical, there are a lot of ballads, there's a lot of band music, especially the songs from, say, a band like Postmodern Jukebox. If you haven't checked them out, you really should. A lot of instruments, a lot of soundstage. And man, the detail, the accuracy of these earbuds is just, it's really unheard of. I was very, very surprised because I'm like, I have never heard of Lypertek. And really everybody should know about them because the sound tuning here is pretty on point. Now, it is different than a lot of the other earbuds that I've tested before. It is a different type of sound. But yeah, bright and clear, very detailed, very accurate, and super well balanced. I was very, very surprised. The bass, right? People always say, oh, how's the bass? So these have very tight bass. So it's not loose, it's not boomy, it's not all heavy, it's not overpowered or where they really enhance it. There's none of that. It is very, very tight and clear. So are these as, they're not as going to be as bassy as, say, the One More or even the Sabbat E12, where they get that super low, deep rumble, sometimes can be even at the expense of a little bit of the top end. These don't do that. These have a very accurate bass, are very well balanced, and it doesn't bleed into the mid-range or the top end on these. So they maintain their clarity. So that's one of the things that I'm very, very surprised by these. It's a very different type of sound signature, but I think people who are into a more clear or a more bright sound are really, really going to like these. As far as the soundstage goes, which I know it sounds kind of weird to some people that we're talking about soundstage on true wireless earbuds, but these have a very wide soundstage for a true wireless earbud. So this is what reminded me of the Sennheiser Momentum true wireless earbuds when listening to these Lypertek Tevis, is the width of that soundstage. It is just all around you and very, very clear, which was very surprising. Now, to me, they don't sound exactly like the Sennheiser Momentum because Sennheiser Momentum has more well-rounded, lows and mid bass. So they give you a more rich and warm sound compared to these, which are more flat and more of a more well-balanced type of sound. So different as far as the signature goes, but that soundstage is definitely there. And I was really not expecting that out of a set of earbuds that come in for under $100. That really caught me by surprise. Now, before you start asking me these versus One More, these versus Sabbat, these versus whatever, because that's pretty much what you guys always do in the comment section, let me answer for two of these real quick. As far as comparing these to the Sabbat E12 Ultra, completely different sound signature. Now, the Ultras, don't get me wrong, they're exceptional, and they still got that really deep bass and that rumble. They've got excellent mid-range and that great volume. They're just not as balanced or as clear or as wide as these Lypertek Tevis. So there is a difference there. So it's basically for two different people. The person who likes the Ultras may not like the way the Lypertek sound. The person who likes the Lyperteks may not like that. So it just depends on what kind of music you listen to, more than likely. And then as far as these versus the One More Stylish, I still prefer the sound of the One More Stylish, but let me explain why. So the One Mores have more low and mid range, right? So they have more enhanced low mid bass. So it gives you that warmer and richer and fuller sound. So despite it being well balanced, the One Mores are pretty well balanced as well, but it's more bass. There's more low and mid range. So like I said, for my type of ear, for the music that I like to listen to, that's a sound signature that I personally prefer. So if, a lot of people disagree with me. They think that the Ultras sound better than the One More. They think that, they probably think that these Lyperteks sound better than the One More. Hey, it depends on your ears and the way that you hear things. For me personally, though, if I had to give these a ranking between, let's say, the One More Stylish, the Sabbat Ultras, and the Lypertek Tevis, it's gonna have to be, for me still, the One More Ultras are still gonna hold that #1 spot. The Lypertek Tevis are gonna come in at #2 for the volume and that level of detail and soundstage, with the Sabbat E12 Ultras coming in a close third, but it's a different type of sound. So just put it that way. That's the best that I can do for you there as far as comparing them to the others. Now, what I'm telling you here, and just like I always have to tell you, just because one is #1 and #2 and #3 doesn't mean that the second and the third ones suck, because they don't. This is 2019. All of these earbuds are packing aptX. They're all giving you incredible sound quality. They're just giving you differences as far as the sound signature goes. So there's something for everyone. In my opinion, a different sound signature versus the One More, and I personally prefer the One More, but I'm not knocking the Lypertek Tevis because I am honestly blown away. I don't understand how I've never heard of them, and these are really, really awesome earbuds. So with all of that said, do I recommend you guys going out and buying the Lypertek Tevi True Wireless Earbuds? Absolutely. So take it as far as what I've said. Think about that sound quality, and if that's the kind of taste that you prefer, something that's brighter, clearer, more on the treble side, less on the bass side. Not saying that they don't have bass, it's just very tight, but more well balanced, more bright, and more detail. So if that's the kind of sound signature you like, then these are definitely for you. That wide soundstage is excellent for classical, for rock, for ballads, things like that, especially when you're talking with, female vocals, even male vocals as well, but excellent for that kind of stuff and that type of listening. If you're into that, then these are the way to go. Highly recommended, 100% approved by your boy El Jefe. These are bringing a lot to the table. Bluetooth 5.0, clear voice capture, awesome for phone calls, IPX7, USB Type-C, 6.5 hours worth of playback time, quick charge, man, that quick charge, true mono mode, no latency when watching videos, and auto pairing, not to mention all the sound quality and volume that I talked about before. Dude, these are a major win. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Have you tried these Lypertek Tevis yourself? Let me know. Have you tried any of Lypertek's other products before? Let me know your experience with those down in the comment section. If you have any questions, concerns, any of that stuff about any of the earbuds that I've tested, leave those down there as well, and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. And if you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and hit the dislike button. There's always one or two of you out there. I don't want you feeling left out. And if you haven't done so already, consider joining the fam. Hit that subscribe button along with that small notification bell. This way you never miss any of my weekly videos. And also, if you're a hardcore member of the fam, you want to show some support for this channel, make sure you check out the merch shelf down below. And I'll also leave a link to that in the description box. We've got shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got all sorts of stuff. So make sure you show your support for your boy El Jefe down there. Make sure you're a part of the fam and you make it official. So with all of that said, I hope I brought you some good value today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have an awesome week, and I will see you in the next video.